So in this video, I wanted to speak about integrity, right? Because integrity is the only problem in this planet, right? People would like to sell us the idea that politics is what is the most important, the authority in our society. We should all engage in it. This is the problem because we don't engage with it, right? But this is actually not true. We already have politics, we already have laws, we already have justice system. But isn't working as it should be, right? Because there is no integrity, there is no responsibility, right? So integrity, which is embodiment, responsibility, this is all one and the same thing. Because there is no integrity, then everything is falling apart, right? So integrity is the only thing that we should strive for, or we are going to end up like past civilizations that were technologically advanced but spiritually immature, and so they destroyed themselves, right? So we are at this same point. We have the technology, but we don't have maturity, we don't have responsibility, there is no integrity. We have already the whole system set in place, but because there is no integrity, it is being used for bad. That's it. It's all about integrity. We don't even have to change, almost nothing doesn't need to be changed except integrity. And then we can finally, through the same medium, through the same tools of society, finally start building it up instead of destroying it. Just integrity. That's it. Technology, it's already waiting for us. It's already ready. It's already evolved enough. Truly, we don't need any more involvement in technology. Now it's just about us focusing on the only true spirituality there is. And this is no spirituality practices, but integrity, right? Becoming responsible human beings. And there is no practice to it. I will prove it. I'm constantly proving it in my videos. Check out my school. If you truly want to get responsible with life, right? So integrity. The problem in this planet is that we know till now we have known an integrity that's mind-based, egoic integrity, where people say walk the talk, right? You do what you say you do, right? So we know this kind of integrity, an egoic mind-based integrity, where you are just acting from how you are being conditioned. That's it. From what you have in your mind, working from the mind, how trauma-based, unaware, disembodied, borrowed information based, borrowed knowledge based, not having your own bodily experience, embodiment, where you, through groundedness, by seeing what in practical bodily reality even works is truth and false. No, we are doing everything through the mind, right? Everything to the mind, and just from the borrowed information of other people. This is the current integrity that we know of. Mind-based, egoic. And because it is mind-based, egoic, it is very weak. And because of that, actually, people functioning from that, proving that they have dissociation, because mind is just a part of our experience. And so this is partial integrity, right? If you want a full sense of the word integrity, the full meaning, being real about it, responsible about it, then your integrity is based on energy and not mind. It's actually aligning with, coming from alignment with, so what's present in the moment, what kind of energy it's present and genuine in the moment, and not how you were being conditioned and how you think life should be, right? Because energy will tell how life must be right now, but then because we are afraid of being guided by life force, being guided by God, giving us the life force, because we are afraid to be embodied. We then function from mind, fear-based, control-based reality, integrity, and because we don't have embodiment of the energy, of the present energy being asked to be embodied and manifested, because we have fear of that, because we don't have embodiment, then there is fear in us and this constant leverage in us to be used to manipulate and to corrupt, right? If you are working from a mind integrity, you are working from a mind integrity because you're not working from energy integrity. So you're working from partialness because you're not whole. If you're not whole, you are not whole because you haven't faced your fear of being whole. And so because there is fear in your field, in your body, in your energy, unprocessed fear, that remains a leverage for you to be manipulated and corrupted. And we see this kind of integrity throughout whole history constantly falling apart, not working out, and people then being hypocritical, right? Just because of disembodiment, not embodying what the life force demands to be embodied in the spontaneity of life, every moment of life. People being afraid of aligning with themselves, with God, what's present in the moment, and then because of fear of that, functioning from borrowed information from the mind, and therefore not even knowing what works and not, and then deceiving people, blind leading the blind, integrity that actually isn't even integrity, right? A partial integrity is not integrity. Either it's integrity or it's no integrity. Partialness is no integrity. And so the point is to start being aligned with the energy, with the wholeness of the moment, with the life force that's manifesting the moment, right? Not living in the head, but integrity based off of energy, off of alignment, right? We are finally now maturing. We are in this stage of evolvement where we are leaving this mind, egoic based integrity behind, not even knowing what works and what doesn't in life, spreading just fear in this life, and finally start embodying the life force, God, and actually working from integrity that's coming from alignment, right? And because of that, getting to know yourself, resolving dissociation, processing fear, and finally start to depend not on being liked by others from the mind, but actually depending on alignment, depending on God, and functioning then from this sovereignty and independence, not being capable of being corrupted and bringing corruption, and actually finally leading this society to this same state, making a society. So first of all, using the tools that this society has produced from integrity, and then establishing this integrity, a society of integrity, right? That's the whole point. That's why we are here. So how to come to this alignment, right? How to start functioning not from your mind integrity, where you say that you are going to do what you say to do. This is very weak. You have to start doing what you're called to do by your energy, by God, right? You have to start being aligned with what's present, what God is demanding from you, what God is sending you, giving you, guiding you with the life force given to you and asked from you to be manifested, right? We have to start aligning with that. So being open to that, to the guidance of God, to the life force coming from God, being open, receiving that, being honest, what energy is present right now, being in your feminine, and as an action man, finally manifesting this into the physical reality, being in your masculine, right? So feminine, masculine. So already alignment, this integrity with energy, true integrity, is actually coming from feminine and masculine balanced reality steps, and being devoted to that, manifesting that in the future for yourself, right? Manifesting a balanced feminine and masculine self in the future can only happen if you start now taking steps toward that, right? And in the process, processing the fear of being like that. Because we as children, we were aligned constantly. We were aligned and then we were rejected being aligned. And so now we fear being aligned, right? So now stepping in this alignment, you are being devoted to this you are automatically going to process fear, remaining devoted to this alignment. And so by doing that, being like this, you come to finally operating in this world in true integrity not based from the mind, from the ego, because you don't have the need anymore to operate from there, because you are relaxed in the body, because you're fine with who you are, you're fine with who the God demands from you to be, right? Because you're aligned. And this can only happen, you can only come to this in true integrity, so full meaning of the word integrity. You can only come to this integrity based off of energy, this alignment. By processing fear, right? You will have to process the fear of being like this. And you can only, why I constantly speak that you have to be unprepared and spontaneous and surprised in life in order to meet fear fully, because only by meeting fear fully, by activating genuine fear, only in this way you can truly test yourself. You can only activate a genuine full fear and meet it if you are not prepared in life, if you are not trying to control life, if you're not trying to regulate life, but just by leading from this alignment that I have spoken till now, right? Only by living in this spontaneous way of life, you can actually process, meet, set up for yourself without trying to set up an opportunity for you where you're unprepared, an opportunity for you to process this fear, to fully meet it. And only if you fully meet the fear, if it's truly because you're surprised and open in life, spontaneous, intuition leaded, only if you're being like this, you can meet yourself fully, right? Only if genuine, full fear is being activated, you can actually test your resilience and in the moment get to know how you are under these conditions, how you are under full fear, how you are without any control. What comes, what is being then activated, embodying this fear, and all of what's coming after this fear, of all of the life force that's not anymore being resisted, zero resistance, and all of the life force now coming to the surface, being asked to be embodied and seen, right? This is the only way how you can meet yourself, get to know yourself, liberate yourself fully, where you are then, because of this, being capable of living in constant, sustainable, everlasting alignment. This is the only way to integrity, if you want true integrity, right? Right? Integrity means responsibility. Am I truly being able to respond to the moment? Am I being able, am I being open, am I being resilient enough to respond to the moment as it demands from me? Right? God is demanding from us by sending us life force, us being guided to express all of us, right? In the spontaneity of the life. And so, are we being able to respond to that and manifest being seen the way God wants us to be seen? Are we capable of that? Are we able to be like this? This is what responsibility means. This is how you come to responsibility, by being aligned with this. This is how you heal yourself, you manifest a balanced feminine and masculine self, and process the fear of being like that, resolve all of the fear, and finally drop from the head to the body, live from the body in true integrity based off of energy. Now you being capable of being aligned in life and not anymore being able of being corrupted and manipulated, because there is nothing anymore in you that can be corrupted, right? There is no more fear. So you need to process whole fear. Genuine, full activated fear can only be activated by you being unprepared and spontaneous in life, by living from alignment with what's present. And only in this way you can get to know who you are. Only in this way you can process all of the fear, by fully meeting it. And only if you fully meet fear, you can fully process and get to know what's beneath that fear. The life force now finally being liberated, right? You get to know yourself, you process all of the weaknesses inside of you. You prove to yourself true resilience, because you have activated and proven to yourself that you can take the full genuine fear in the spontaneity, unpreparedness of life. This is it. And if you look at it, actually, this is the condition, right? You have to activate a full genuine fear in order to test your resilience, your true resilience, right? And actually to see what will be liberated, all of the life force being liberated now, because there is no more resistance, because you have truly activated full fear, right? Now, seeing the life force without any resistance being liberated, and getting to know yourself, how you actually are, who you are, right? So this, there is a condition. You have to do it in this way, and only in this way can it be done. I have just proven it to you. And this is actually at the same time a proof of God, because I didn't set this condition in place. We didn't do it. So there is a condition set by God that you need to live by in order to come to this kind of life, to fully liberate yourself. So God has already set some security keys in this life, so no person in this world can manipulate it, this can manipulate this life through tips, tricks, and therapies and spirituality practices, right? God is demanding the highest standard, and so full acceptance of life. There is no way you are going to come to liberation, to getting to know yourself, and therefore function from integrity by you doing what humans have invented. I'm not speaking a human invented, my invented technology. I'm speaking about how God has set this life to operate, right? I'm just a follower of God. I didn't invent any technique. I'm not selling any technique. So I have just proven another way that God actually exists, it's real, because only the way God has put this life to be, because there are conditions you need to live by in order to come to this liberation, this integrity, responsibility. Only if you live by these conditions of God, you can achieve that. And so this is the same time proof of God. It's the proof of God, like it or not. Because we didn't put that there, this condition in place. There is a condition, and we can constantly see that all of the therapies, all of the methods human invented, they don't lead anywhere. Anywhere. You process some of the stress in your life, but you never come to the sustainable, everlasting liberation and detachment. This society is the proof of it. We are going to finally realize, we're becoming mature enough, and we will finally realize that we have to unite under God. We have to unite, becoming one with God. We will only realize that not in our heads, because you can see Muslims and Christians fight, but in the body, seeing that there is truly only one God, and you come to God only in this one way that I'm constantly preaching in my videos. There is only one way to God, and there is only one God. And all of these videos in my school is just constantly proving that. This is how we will unite through integrity, coming to, through God, coming to integrity. And finally, establishing a just system, justice for all. Thank God.